Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class, we'll discuss about conditional or implies connective in proposition logic. In our previous classes, we clearly discussed about the connectives, disjunction and conjunction. Please watch those classes and come back here. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, so conditional, this is one connective which we are going to use in our propositional logic. And we can say it as implies. The symbol for this is the symbol we are going to use as a conditional. If you take two statements P and Q, if you use this symbol P conditional Q or P implies Q, this is how we are going to use. In our last classes we clearly discussed that each connective is having some conditions. Disjunction is having some conditions to construct the truth table, like that conjunction is having some conditions. Similarly, this conditional connective is also having a condition. What's the condition? It's a bit confusing to understand this condition. So you try to watch multiple times until you get the clarity, because this is the most important connective which we are going to use many times in our next classes. So let's try to understand till the end, until you understand the example. At the end we are going to explain the example. Until then you will not get clarity about this conditional implies. So what is the condition for this implies means if P then Q. This is what it says. If P then Q. From this, what's the meaning of this is, if P is true, then Q has to be true. That is what it says. If P is true, then Q has to be true. So from this statement, from this condition meaning, what we are going to understand, this condition is providing when P implies Q is going to be false. Yes, this statement is providing when P implies Q is going to be false. When it is going to be false, let's try to understand the truth table. P, Q, if it is true and this is true. Yes, P implies Q is going to be true. That is what this condition says. If P is true, then Q has to be true. But when it is going to be false, if P is true and Q is false, then P implies Q is going to be false. That is the condition. This is what, when it is going to be false, this is what this condition is explaining. And one more important point you need to understand here. This condition, implies condition, is not saying anything about if P is false. Yes, if P is false, Q can be true or false. It is not saying anything about it. What it is saying is, if P is true, then Q has to be true. That is what it is saying. If P is false, what? Nothing. It is not saying anything about if P is false. So in this situation, if P is false, Q may be true or may be false. We are taking it as a P implies Q as true. Why not false here? Because the above condition says when it is going to be false. So you cannot apply false here. That's why we are taking it as true. If P is false and Q is false, we can take it as a true, because the condition is not saying anything about if P is false. So when in which situations we are going to use this P implies Q, that you are going to understand with the example. We discuss the example below. Now try to understand the example. Let's take the statement P, it is raining, and the second statement Q, we do not play football. So this can be written as, if it is raining, then we do not play football. So what's this statement is saying? If it is raining, if this is true, then Q is going to be true. Then we do not play football. So from this implies, for this statement we can apply implies, means P implies Q. Why we can apply implies for this statement? This statement is saying that if it is raining, it is saying only about if it is raining. If it is true, then we do not play football. This is going to be true. If it is not raining, This statement is not saying anything about if it is not raining. We may play, we may not play. This is the point you need to understand, because in coming classes this helps you a lot in understanding the English sentences and converting them into implies and into connectives. We do examples in our coming classes. So in this type of situation we go with P implies Q. So the truth table for this P implies Q is, this is the truth table. True, true, true. True, false, false. False, true, true. False, false, true. Hope you understand about conditional statement, conditional connective or implies connective. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.